Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Kabir Considers. In this video, I'm going to react to why New York City has so many rats. Now, the New York rat meme has, it's been there for years. Like, when I think back, I used to watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which was set in New York, and the Turtles, their master was Master Splinter, and he was a rat, and they lived in the sewers, so, his character was probably based on the New York rat problem, and I wonder why? What's the cause of it? Why are there so many? And this video is by Cheddar. They do a great job in making these types of videos, and I'm looking forward to watching this one. So let's do it.
Each day, New York's crowded streets are abundant with the sights, smells, and sounds that make the city so easily recognizable. But at night, something else scurries around the city streets.
Oh my God.
New York is known for its rats. Next to the
Whoa, the size of that one, man. Hold on a minute. This one's huge.
Rats.
Look at it.
Next to the pigeon, they are probably the closest thing the city has to a mascot.
They are fascinating. They are complex in their behavior. Other people obviously would think that they are disgusting, they're vermin.
People who move here from out of state are just not ready for the amount of rats that we have out in
New York City has long been considered one of the rattiest cities in America.
Oh man,
Some estimate around 2 million rats call it home.
That scene with it looked like 100 rats. Oh man, that's now seared into my brain.
While most New Yorkers have accepted rats as part of
It's taking the slice of pizza.
City life,
It's
they
Master
pose
Splinter.
various health risks. And while government agencies work to manage the problem, some New Yorkers have taken it into their own hands.
I see rats that you don't.
Whoa!
And they're going bananas here tonight.
Oh my God.
Here is how New York City rats out its rodents.
That rat that the dog had was huge.
Rats have been here since the city was founded. Rats have lived in the city. Rats have survived in the city by the law of large numbers.
Richard Reynolds and his team of rat-hunting canines have prowled the streets of New York City for nearly 30 years.
Wow.
The dogs are trained to dispatch rats. They have jobs that they do. There are catch dogs that stand out away from the action and wait for rats to run.
Wow.
And you have the push dogs that go into trash bags.
That dog
and
was
other places
rapid,
and
man.
make
That dog was like...
rats bolt to the catch dogs.
This dog right here, Rommel, he's a Yog Terrier, and basically what this dog does in the group is he sniffs him out, and he kind of sets him up so the other dogs can knock him down, so to speak.
Well, you're going to see what looks like mayhem. It's actually very controlled mayhem.
Why was all that trash just sitting outside? Why wasn't it in a wheelie bin? Because, you know, if it's not in a wheelie bin, if it's just exposed, that's going to attract these rodents.
And very well planned mayhem.
Camera with me. Give me a camera. I need a camera over here. Over here. Right there. You guys ready? Here we go. Here we go. Party.
Whoa.
In New York City, the rat that we see is the Rattus norvegicus, commonly referred to as the Norway rat, but probably more accurately referred to as the brown rat.
These brown rats made their New York City debut in the mid-1700s. As ships would set sail for the colonies, rats would stow away on board and find a home in the New World.
What has made them so successful in New York City is that there's always been a dense population of people that have provided food and water for them.
Yeah.
And given those essential needs for survival, they have done very well.
Multiply.
Rats are nothing short of adaptable. They can survive on just 1 ounce of food and water each day. They also reproduce quickly, with the average gestation period lasting from 21 to 23 days. A female rat births around 8 pups in a single litter.
Whoa!
These newborns will then begin to reproduce with other rats in just 5 weeks.
Wow, man, that's a quick turnaround. So within like a couple of months, you've had like 3 new generations of rats.
Since they arrived centuries ago, rats have evolved into 2 distinct groups. And like human New Yorkers, they can be classified by their neighborhoods. Uptown and downtown rat.
Look at the downtown rat. It's got tattoos.
A 2017 study from Fordham University found that both groups differ genetically and are separated by a geographic barrier, Midtown. But Midtown Manhattan is not rat-free, not even close. The area is more of a commercial district. There is less household trash and backyard space for rats to thrive off of than in uptown or downtown Manhattan.
You know, they have some really fantastic abilities that allow them to navigate human environments very successfully.
Being that rats and mice also carry a ton of pathogens, it is a matter of public health. They carry things like toxoplasmosis, salmonella, the bubonic plague, and we don't want any of that.
It's usually the exterminator that gets the first call when a rat is spotted.
I am an exterminator, and I'm an owner-operator of my own company. I do extermination of rodents, insects, and wildlife trapping.
Man, they're so big. They're so much bigger than mice, aren't they?
As an exterminator, a typical day is getting up super
that's
early
unacceptable,
so I
man.
can see the action. I have keys for almost all of my restaurants. No one is around, it's quiet. I sneak in, I keep the lights off, I grab my flashlight, I flash it around the location, and I look to see what's scattering. So there's an entire ecosystem in the wall voice of New York City buildings at all times that would probably make a lot of people want to vomit and jump out of their skin.
He's chasing it with a mop.
As you can see, somebody tries to close the rodent hole with spray foam. And generally, a rodent can gnaw through weak concrete, mortar, wood.
I mean, how about somewhere in New York, they place like a huge piece of food that will attract loads and loads and loads of rats, and then you just euthanize them. Like, why not that? Like, you know, maybe somewhere underground, you place like a huge amount of cheese or something. I don't know what rats like to eat. And then when they're all there, just, I don't know, spray them with something.
Very easily, and plastic, so something like this does not keep them out. The entry point for this building in particular is right here. You can see that there's a hole in the building. If I stick my hand up, it just goes all the way up. So there is a gap where there's a lack of insulation. Definitely no solid insulation. And if you look at these brown marks right here, where the concrete goes from gray to this dark color, that's actually from the rat's body. It's an oil they secrete called sebum. It leaves a scent trail, and it will invite other rats to actually follow them up in here. As you can see, by the extreme amount of darkened color, there is quite an infestation, and we've got some droppings right here in the corner.
Wow, she really knows what she's doing. Pest control. I mean, that's a job that if you're squeamish like me, probably you're not, like, I'm not built for that job, but we need them. We need pest controllers.
And the scent of urine. If I was in charge of getting rid of all the rats, the very first thing I would do would be to get rodent-proof trash receptacles. If you eliminate the competing food source, the rats will be more likely to, 1, not breed as often, 2, not set up shop in places where people are. They're with us because of our garbage and our littering.
In the summer of 2017, the city launched a $32 million citywide initiative to reduce the rat population in 3 target areas by 70%. the city installed 336 big belly solar compactors with no accessible entryway for the rats. The city now requires increased trash pickups, and any person caught illegally dumping trash faces heavy fines. But some of these new and improved trash cans are not as effective as advertised.
I don't know about you, but I can see a little hole here. Like,
There you see solar-powered, compacting, rat-proof can, whose purpose is totally defeated by being left open, by all the stuff around the edges. So you might just as well have a regular old container. They don't work because they don't lock them. So the rats go in down below.
So city exterminators look to other methods.
There is a rodent bait station, and this is being used by the Department of Health to manage a known
So that's like a
population.
trap.
And so inside would be most likely either a rodenticide that is a bait that the rodent would feed on, and then within a week or so succumbs to the active ingredient. Or in some cases, what they do is they have a non-toxic bait, so it doesn't have the active ingredient, and then they'll put snap traps in there.
so that's basically my idea. But why don't they do that on a huge scale and put it in some underground areas? Get them off of the streets where they're visible. Lure them somewhere underground, and then just get them all in one go.
So the rodent will come, they'll get used to the bait, and then they'll deploy a trap, and that will catch the rodent that comes in.
But still, rats persist. And some New Yorkers have taken it upon themselves to manage the problem.
Camera with me. Give me a camera. I need a camera over here. Over here. Right there. You guys ready? Here we go. Here we go. Party. Oh, there we go.
Whoa.
That's what I'm talking about. Are you not?
We started
Whoa.
about 30 years ago over in New Jersey at Liberty State Park, and we had a dog show there that was fairly overrun with rats, and some of our dogs decided on their own to handle the problem. And the park superintendent saw that and said, hey, can you guys come back and make it a regular thing? And rats was born. Any dog will catch a rat, any dog will kill a rat. The terriers do it faster and better than the other breeds, and they endure. They have the tenacity to hang in there. 100 rats a night are not enough for them.
Wow.
They still want more.
100 a night. It's a good boy.
We're not really having an effect on the rat population in New York. We do it for the dogs first, for the enrichment, for the fulfillment of the dog's DNA. We're helping the community out secondary to it, which is good. But you're never going to control a rat population in New York City.
Yeah, like, if you've got, I don't know, let's say 10 people out doing this per night, each dog, so 10 dogs, each dog does 100 rats. That's only 10,000. No, it's only 1,000. It's only 1,000, and there's 2 million of them, they said. Not even a dent.
It's a never-ending thing.
From traps to improving sanitation to hunting dogs, people are always coming up with ways to wage war on the city's rats. Exterminators, researchers, and city officials alike urge New Yorkers to be vigilant in doing their part.
The only thing that's ever going to reduce rats to a manageable level is to clean up. If you remove the food supply, the rats go away. Plain and simple.
It's important that we consider we want to manage the problem, but the problem didn't start in one day. The problem started over time as rodents were attracted to an area for food, and so now we have to take that time to manage the population effectively. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to eliminate the problem from a site.
I can't lie to you, there were a few moments in that video where I thought I was going to be sick. Just seeing all of those rats like scurrying over each other, and the noise was just really, really gross. I would hate to be, you know, sat somewhere and then a rat just runs across your chest or something. That would be horrible. Hopefully New York gets it under control. We don't have it here really in London. Like, if you go down to the subway at night, you will sometimes see a rat run across the track. But I've never seen a rat. Like, if I was walking in London late at night, I honestly cannot say I've seen a rat run across the floor or something like that, honestly. So yeah, hopefully New York City gets it under control, because that is not a pleasant thing to have. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.